Hey everybody, first of all I want to thank you for everybody who's been watching the videos. I'm going to do another one right now, the Paracord. Two colors with the Rothko clip that I got at the military surplus. Again, thank you for watching, subscribing, thumbs up. There are a lot of other ways to do it. I'm going to give you my take on it. Again, I already know the measurements for my wrist, but rule of thumb is about a foot of paracord per inch of your wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist, so I'm going to do 8 feet total in for the paracord. So it'll be 2 feet for the base, and then 6 feet to weave, and I'll put all the rest in the description. So let's start off with the blue. I try to keep it wrapped up where it's not a big mess. There's other things you can use, but I just wrap it up. So let's do 2 feet, 24 inches for the base. Again, I have the ruler on the table, so 24 is here. One thing you can also do, the other ones like I've mentioned before, once you snip it, it's good to cinch it, because if you start working and it starts tangling out, it's going to look very messy and hard for you to control. So 24, 2 inches on 2 feet, I'm sorry, for weaving. Again, you can try it out again here. There is slack, but it's always great to have extra slack. Now on the clip, okay, there's two ways. There's the one that has this, or the ones that just have simply nothing on it. But for right now, for this one, we're going to use a big one. I like to use this end to start off with, just to remind me. So you're going to have a pattern that you're going to want to do. I loop it through. You can do 8 feet of one color, no clipping, and you just feed it through. But for the way I'm going to do it, doesn't matter if you go top or bottom. I usually just do from the bottom. You could adjust it later. It does get a little tricky depending on the size of the clip here. But I do that, loop it back down, and you kind of want to get this. So what this is going to do, it's going to help you set the base for the bracelet and just let it go. Now, again, like I said, you'll see other videos. They already have both of the clips on when you cinch it. The reason I like to leave it available open is just for adjustments. If you notice the bracelet's too big or too short, if you have this end already on here, it'll kind of mess it up. But to give you an idea, once you start weaving through, you just feed this end through here. Now see, this is already what's the word I'm looking for? They're pre-singed. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut it off. Sometimes when you singe it, when you're done, it's good to cinch it up again, but when you get it through here, it'll be a problem. So just kind of give you an example real quick. I'm trying to look at the video. This is going to go down, and you're actually going to weave over this, over the slack, and you'll see what I mean when I get to it later. So you can clip the bracelet on to see it. It's kind of hard to do, but once you practice, you can get this. Sorry guys, it's going to be a long video with these technicalities, but anyways, come on. You can pinch yourself on here too, so be careful. So see the slack here? This eventually is going to stay underneath the bracelet, and it's going to be with the weave. So I'll show you that on how you could adjust it later, because I did have the monster one that I did like that. So this is a finished one, and this is the beginning. This is the end, and you see I clipped it to adjust it after a while. So anyways, we'll leave that for that. So you have your base, 2 feet, then we're going to do 6 feet to weave. So we're going to do 3 feet of blue and 3 feet of white. 12, 24, 36. So we're going to do 36 inches of blue. Again, I kind of already have it where I know the sizes, but again, rule of thumb, for every inch of your project, whether it's your wrist or whatever, it's 1 foot of weaving. Again, 8 feet total, so I'll do 3 feet blue, 12, 24, 35, 36, so that's here, 36 inches. Clip. It's always nice when you do have a good pair of scissors. Oh, this lighter I found, I actually forgot I had it, but you guys got to remember to singe it. and then leave one end because you're going to join the colors to do your 2 colors. So I have 3 feet of blue. Now we're going to do our 3 feet of white. Again, this one I haven't used in a while, so it's actually still has the little piece to it, but this is going to be messy here. So you don't have to measure this one, just will make the same size as your blue one. See what I mean? If you don't clip these and you put it away, you'll end up with this. So before it gets out of control, clip it. I think I did see Paracordist. He found some really good scissors. I still go on their videos, and then JD, I tied it all together. Okay, this one is out. But they have the ones that really cut nice. You don't end up with a lot of fraying. So, okay, there's that one. Here we go. 36. Right about there. Clip it. I'm going to try and do it fast. There is the other video that's been doing pretty well on how to do the paracord bracelet. So I'll take the 2 ends that are already cinched up. Now I'll take the 2 ends that we're going to join together. There are a couple of little tricks that you'll see out there, and I like it too, is if you cut this to the side at an angle, you can take out some of the inside of the paracord, but I mean it works the same. It's just when you heat them up, you gotta just joint them together quickly. So if you are not really good or think you're gonna burn yourself with a lighter because it's too close, use a candle. I do suggest adult supervision for the younger viewers, but when you join them, just hold them together just like that. This gives you a pretty good joint seal. Again, you're not going to be tugging on it too much, but in case of an emergency, you can take the separate colors and use them individually. But that's usually a good cinch right there. Okay. So remember, I use blue for the base because that's going to be the one that I want to show more. When you start your weave, again, keep in mind which one you're going to go over, under. You guys keep remembering that. So keep these 2 down this way, whatever way it works for you. Start from here. So I kind of forget, I want the white on the outside, so I'm going to do, put this in the bottom. You can tuck the burnt part back here, cinch it up, and then we'll start, I believe it's this way, so you go over, and under. And this is going to give me what I want. So you'll see it from here. Again, I want blue in the middle, white on the outside. So there's your first one. Of course, it doesn't look like anything. And you continue with the blue strand. With 2 colors, it's easy because you keep the same strand going and going. But when you have the same color, you got to remember from the knot that it's this way. So it's over this one. Keep these down. So again, I'll let it go. Over the center strands, from the knot over. The white one over this one, and then under and back to this one here. Over, under. Pull it up, cinch, pull, and just keep your weaving going. Again, like the other video. So I'll try to hurry this one up. I can't really pause it and skip forward like some videos, so I'll just do it fast. Over, under. And the technique, once you do it again, it's been a while. Actually, the last time I did one was when I made the video of the orange one, but you'll get the hang of it, and as the more you practice, the better you get at it. You'll get a pretty good outcome of what it looks like. Okay, so over, under, pull through. Try to keep it straight because the bracelet will curve. I did have a comment posted on one of the videos of why it keeps curling. It's that once you start pulling, see what I'm talking about? This one already here is already coming undone. You want to cinch it so it won't curl up. If you keep it stiff, as far as keeping it straight down like this, stiff, it'll come out pretty good. So over, under, and pull through, and it starts looking better about the 4th or 5th knot that you get. The reason I'm doing it blue and white, I kind of do like the colors they combine. I mean, it can go for teams, it can go for preferences, but there is colors you can mix and match to make it. So over, under. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller just for the purpose of the video. Again, remember, tighten it up, pull it, and then stretch it out. Over, under. And then pull. See, once it starts getting to a certain point, it will stand up on its own. You just got to keep this in that same area. So over, under, and pull. Again, the stitching, you'll see once you start adjusting and you start noticing you're getting to the end, don't do it all the way, because that's where the second part of the clip comes in. So over, under. I'm going to use a smaller wrist actually, so I can finish quicker. I'm going to make this a let's say a 6-inch wrist, just because of the video. But if you guys don't mind, again, I appreciate that. Check out the other videos. Again, that's how I figured it out. The main ones that helped though was Paracordist and JD. I timed it all together. So, you know, they got a lot of other cool stuff. I just kept to this because I kind of really liked it. I did make the monkey fists. I have the leftover of all the other stuff, kind of the squids, and then the ones that I've made. This is my first one actually. This is the river bar bracelet. Pretty crappy, but learning. Then it ended up looking like this. So that's actually a pretty good tight weave. But as you do more, there's a lot of interest. I kept going back to the video of JD and Paracordist, Kevin G, for these. So again, I want to thank them. Share, subscribe to them also, and all these different stuff. Again, keep tying it, and you'll see the design get better and better. So I'm going to just try and hurry this up. Over, under. If you get tangled and you do it wrong, you'll see it right away. It won't sit right. See here, it looks kind of weird, just the first one, but once you go, it's easier with 2 colors. You cannot miss. But if you do 1 color, just remember it's where your knot ends up. So the knot's on this side. If it was all black, then I would know over, under from this side. Then it switches from right to left. Now we're going to do left to right, over, under. Okay, now if you notice again, curling up, I keep doing this. I pull down, I pull this up, and then I pull these, but I push up tight. It really stands on its own. If it curls, again, just keep pulling up as you're doing your project. So we're getting there. It's always best to have extra slack than to end up short. I had to completely redo another one, but I gave that one out to somebody with a small wrist. So again, I use 6 feet to weave, 3 feet of blue, 3 feet of white, 2 feet for base. I'm not going to use the whole 2 feet. I'm going to end up cutting some off, but you want to have that extra for wiggle room. Now, if Paracord is not too expensive, but if you're on a budget and you have to make sure you do get exactly what you need, then I actually have a notebook that I wrote down a lot of different ideas, measurements, and if somebody tells you, oh, I have a small wrist is anywhere between 4 to 6 inches, then you can kind of go off of that. The clip will add another inch or so. Once it seals, you want to measure from this end of the clip to this end of the clip. That way you can be precise. When you go to the store, you'll see them. When you buy them, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, and up to 10 for larger wrists. So there is a math to it. But learning, people with different wrists, 7.5, 6 1/4, you can measure it out too. Okay, so I'm gonna just measure this real quick, see where it's coming to. This is here. This one is gonna go here. So we got about this much more to go. I'm gonna weave till about the tip of that, because once I put the clip in, it's gonna get shorter. Then I'll show you what to do with the bottom ones. So let's do a couple more. Over, over, under. Tighten it up. Now let me try the clip. What you're going to do, take this end, go over the top. Sorry. Through here. And it's going to be like this. Now this is where you continue to weave. So this bottom part will go into the bracelet, and you're going to just weave over it. So flatten it out. You flip it over. Now this is stiff enough, you should be able to hold it just like that. If this gets crooked, it's fine. You want to see that. So when you start doing with one hand, over, over, and behind. Okay? This is where it gets tricky. You go over, over like you have, but now when it gets to the back part, let's see if I can do this reverse. What do we say? Over, over. Fold it up. Like you're weaving over, over, under. Let me just do one so I can kind of give you an idea of what it's supposed to look like. And I can let it go. So remember, over, over, under. When you do under, and you have this in the back, you're going to trap this middle piece, this middle strand, with the white one. Again, two colors. You can figure out whatever colors you're going to use. But the same way, over, over, under, but you're going to keep now this back one locked underneath the weave. Now that that's there, again, you continue. Over. So you're going to go over the strand, over the middle one. Over. And you're going to wrap around under. Okay. Over, over, under. When you do the under, you come around the back. But remember, you keep these two lined up here, and you just cinch right over them. It's going to get a bit bulky, but this is where you can pull it real tight, and it flattens out, and you will not be able to feel much of a difference. Now you might be asking what's going to happen when you put it on your wrist. That is another one. So here, this one is actually pretty much there. You have a little bit of slack here. It feels a little bit tight. If you feel a little bit tight, just undo one of the knots, or even just pull it because it's not tight. So as you pull this, the middle ones will come down. It's a little bit tight. I only have two. That's good enough to hold these down. If you feel it's a little bit tight, then you just pull up, and these will slide out, and it gives you the slack. Just like that. So we'll do one more. Over, over, under. I'm looking at the timer on the camera. I might run out of time. So what you're going to do, the same way you singe everything, and that's it. Cut these, singe. The only thing is going to be when you singe this one down, press down into the bracelet this way. So singe, cut, cut these off, and singe it right on the bottom and all the way down. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Appreciate it again. Thank you very much. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Take care.